G'day everyone and welcome back to another episode of Patio Down Under. Steve-O,
Ada,
here we are again.
yes, here we are again.
Just a short one today, I think.
We'll call it short until it's not.
Until it's not. We're just going to focus on Anzac Day itself, the 25th of, I was just about to say January then, 25th of April.
Yeah.
And just our day. It's pretty...
At Fire Pass, that is.
Yeah. And afterwards as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, even at the start yeah.
Yeah. So, we left off last time. We just landed at the Hotel Futui Resort,
you're going to try
River Kwai, whatever it's called.
Futui River Kwai.
Yep, Futui River Kwai. We checked in there and went to our room. Our room was nice. They're actually little cottage type rooms, aren't they? It's not a hotel. Like, it's a resort. So we had little cottage type things, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
And again, I think I said it last time we were talking about is that if I go back again, I want to stay there probably the night before and just enjoy the actual resort, because we sort of like crammed it in a bit, you know what I mean? We didn't really get to enjoy that resort.
Because we got there at, it was probably 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we got there in time for dinner.
Yeah, we had dinner.
Dimmer or dinner?
Dimmer. Did I say dimmer?
Dinner. We had dinner.
And
you took that great photo.
Yep, took the great photo, which you can see up on
in
TikTok.
one of those TikTok videos.
It's on a TikTok slideshow. So we and then we pretty much had dinner. We
went to bed.
Kicked back and went to bed because we had an early start.
Didn't even watch TV, nothing. Went straight to bed.
Yep.
Tried to work out the air conditioning.
Did we work it out in the end?
Oh, you laughed at me, remember? Because I said to you, I thought it was a UHF-controlled remote. And you were just laughing at me going, since when are they ever like that? I go, well, because it's a technology that should be, you know.
So Steve-O's trying to turn the air conditioning low so it was cold.
Yeah, I was lowering the temperature, but I wasn't pointing the remote at the air conditioner. I thought it was a UHF thing. You just push it down and it will change.
Yeah, no.
And then later I'm going, why isn't it working? And I finally just pointed it. And did it. I go, you got to point this one. And you just like, do you have to point all of them? I go, I don't think so. Do you?
I've always believed, I've always done it just because I thought that's the way. But anyway, so we got the air conditioning going. And off to bed we went. And alarm went off at 2:30 in the morning.
2:30
a.m.
We showered.
I
think we even packed. Yeah, we packed, didn't we? Did we pack?
No, we went back there. We went back. Because we had breakfast. Remember, we planned on not going back.
We did plan on not going back, and then I said, wouldn't it be better if we just come back for breakfast?
Yeah, and we had breakfast. Yeah,
because it was free. It was like as part of
that's right. Yeah,
part of a thing. We didn't have to pay for breakfast, so I thought it was a good idea.
Yep.
So that's right. We did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did. Yeah, we left some of our stuff there, and then we left.
And so off we went into the darkness, set the GPS.
Yeah.
And once again, it failed me.
We did follow the GPS.
I did follow the GPS.
And this time both of ours were directing us in exactly the same direction.
It took us to a different route that we took on the way in. I thought, maybe this is like, because we came up from, let's say, the southeast.
Yes.
And we had to head off to the
west.
Northwest to go to Kanchanaburi. The
Fire Pass, yeah.
So I thought, maybe this road, because this road did veer off to the left.
Yes.
And I thought maybe it's going to take us a different way and we'll get there. Because it said 15 minutes or something, didn't it?
It was.
Because if you remember, when we had a look at it, it didn't take us out to the main road. It was.
No. Well, that was that we didn't know where it was taking us, to be honest. But we just thought, the GPS knows where it's going. Yeah. Obviously, if it's going to show that path, people have been that way.
And as Google Maps does sometimes, it took us down this goat track and imagine pitch black.
It started off as a car track and it was slowly turning into a goat track.
In the pitch black, in the middle of nowhere.
And it eventually just came to this bush and I'm like, where are we going to go through this?
Didn't we come to like
it was like, honestly, it was like
fork in the road, literally, wasn't it?
No. It was like.
I turned around.
But it was almost this narrow, like a doorway with just leaves and branches from every direction coming down. I'm like, we're going to scratch the car to the shit house. And it didn't look really drivable.
So we turned around.
Bloody oath we did. And we went back up the main way we came before.
Yeah.
Which added like 3 minutes to the ride, which was no big deal. But still going up that way. Because I said, now you're going to reverse. Who knows what you're going to go over with the wheels. Yeah. And I was getting a bit scared. But anyway.
Yeah. That's you though.
I was shitting myself.
So we we finally got back onto the highway.
Yeah.
Headed up there and pretty easy to find, wasn't it? It was easy to find. There's signs and there's a big thing out the front.
Plus, there's a lot of lights on.
There
when
was
getting close to it, and you could see
because you got the interpretive centre there as well, so there were lights and you could see cars pulling in. And
but not just that; it was when we drove in. If you remember
the entrance,
the security.
Well, they got security.
They opened the guard up. There was all lights above that,
so that was easy. So if you are thinking of driving, don't worry. It's an easy to get to. Very easy to get to. Easy to now hotel.
How many cars were there in the end? It was heaps. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people drove in there.
And parking was easy. There's people guiding you. Really, really well organised.
It was just like going to the footy where there's people standing there going there.
Yeah, really well organised. Then parked the car, got out, and a little BART bus comes and picks you up. It's literally a BART bus.
Yep. It's an actual BART bus that you find in patio. That's right.
They shove you all in the back there, and it takes you down to the interpretive centre where it's sort of the entrance, I guess.
Yep.
To down to Hellfire Pass. And what have you got here, Steve?
So what happened was
explain listeners what we got here.
Yeah, so what we got there, although they can't see, what we got when we got there, they actually gave us a little bag, one of those little, what are they called, self-seal bags, whatever.
Yeah.
And in it had a sticker, the Anzac Day 23 Dawn Service sticker for Kanchanaburi. They gave you a face mask. They gave us a little badge that had the Australian flag and the Thai flag. They all gave us a poppy with some. What is that? What's the
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Some little flower or something with it with a blue ribbon on it. They gave us a very small little tub of hand sanitizer. And then they gave us a book, the Anzac Day 2023.
The program for the service.
The program. Yes, the program. That's a good word. Mm-hmm. You can read through it, and it's good information in there about what's going on and just what's going to happen through the service. There's a couple of pictures in there. It's actually not a bad little book. And it's in English, and there's some Thai at the back as well.
Read it out in Thai. What does it say?
Hang on a second. It says,
Sawadee Cup.
Sawadee Cup. So it's actually not a bad little pack, actually. And it came with the torch, too.
Which was
interesting because...
A pen torch.
Because Aid had been before, and he goes, we'll bring one of those head torches because when you're walking down that way, it's pretty dark. But I don't know if it's changed, but we were walking down there and it wasn't dark. Although people were still flashing their lights in your eyes everywhere.
Yeah, look, it's mainly just for going down those stairs because it's a fair walk for anyone who hasn't been. It's a fair walk. You got to go down heaps of flights of stairs, and Steve-O's torch doesn't work. Mine works. I use mine at home.
It doesn't work anymore.
Maybe you left it on.
No. The battery's fine because it's just the connection. If I shake it, you see it's quite bright. There it is.
Anyway, this isn't working for the listeners. So
no, they can't see shit.
They can't see what's wrong with you.
Sorry, guys.
So yes, so you make your way down. There's quite a few stairs to get down, but once you get down there, you hit the cutting. You get to the cutting, which is basically self-explanatory. Really, it's a part of the mountain that they dug through for the railway. How high do you reckon at its highest point? What do you reckon? 10 meters?
Geez, it was almost as tall as that tree that was in the middle there. So it's I don't know, pretty high. But
I just remembered I had a video of it. I took video of myself walking down, so I've uploaded that on TikTok. So if you want to check it out, it's great because they line the walls of the cutting as you walk through the cutting with
lanterns.
Lanterns, yeah.
But
like actual flames,
kerosene lanterns.
Yeah, so they're not just lights; it's actual fire.
So it was a very.
So it gives you a sense of why they called it Hellfire Pass.
Yeah, it was an orangey kind of color rather than a white light.
Yeah, it sets the mood. It's really good.
Yeah, and it did. It really set the mood.
Yeah.
It did. It was a bit moving.
Yeah. The flames were moving, yeah. So you head down. Once you get to the end, it's like the cenotaph. I keep forgetting the name of the word, but the shrine thing's there.
Yeah.
Seats to, there's a rock ledge.
On the left when you're walking.
On your left.
When you came to that opening, there was a rock. Yeah, I don't know what you call them, rock ledges on the left. And
rock seats,
I guess.
Benches.
Then just in front of, what did you call it, the cenotaph?
Oh, no, look, don't use that word because I could be wrong.
In front of that shrine thing was plastic orange seats.
Yep.
Which were quite a bit full when we got there.
Yeah.
There was a couple of seats here and there, but it was quite full already. And then to the right was just like stadium seating.
Yeah. What the Americans call them bleachers, I think. So just...
What do they call them?
Bleachers, aren't they?
Bleachers.
Yeah.
No, is that what they call it?
You know, when you hear it in
I have
songs,
heard the term before.
The bleachers, yeah.
The bleachers.
When you hear it in movies in the bleachers, that's like the levels of seating. I think. Yeah, so on one side's all cordoned off. It's all for all the dignitaries, all the special guests that come. And on the right is for plebs like us. If you get there early enough, I suggest you go to those chairs. I reckon you get the best view from there.
The orange seats?
And no, not the orange seats.
The bleachers?
The bleachers, unless you get the front row of the orange seats.
If you've got a camera and you specifically want to take photos, really try and get there as early as you can and get that one of those front row orange seats.
Did they suggest not flash photography?
They said no flash photography.
No flash photography, yep.
And I think,
but there's always one.
There was always there was more than one this time.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah,
there was a few. I won't say that it really ruined the experience at all. I just didn't.
It's just disappointing. Like,
it is like they give you instructions and you don't follow them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
I mean, it's such a poignant moment. Yeah. I guess, or what's the word?
I'd like to say you need to be respectful.
Yeah,
and some people just weren't showing that.
Exactly. So anyway, it was only a couple of flashes, wasn't a big deal. So we got our seating. We got probably halfway up, about that. It was probably we got not a bad spot.
We got a good spot, and I ended up, luckily, in my opinion, sat next to this guy who'd been. This is his 15th time.
Yeah, he was been going Kiwi, for 20, wasn't he? New Zealand.
He's been going for 20 years.
Yep.
This is his 15th time. And not sure if it's 15th wife that he's got, but she was a bit young, but she was nice.
He had a Thai wife.
He had a Thai wife, yeah.
He was 80 or something, 80-something?
Yeah, he's 80-something. And the poor bugger, he was telling me about his kids and how they don't talk to him anymore because he lives in Thailand and all sorts of stuff. And bad enough, he went to war and everything, and now he's got to deal with that with his kids. So it's a bit of a shame, but he said to me, he goes, look, they made their choice. I'm happy. I'm living here, and but he was a nice guy. I thought he was a really nice, pleasant guy, and he told me a few things about the experiences he's had there, not in overseas, but just there at Kanchanaburi the few times that he's been. So it was nice having a chat with him. That was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, and then the service began. Look. I don't want to be dismissive of the service, but it was anyone who's been to a dawn service. It was a dawn service. But they did have what I thought was good. They had a Turkish ambassador from. Was she the ambassador to Thailand?
She was a minister of some sort.
She
was a minister. Whether she was a minister. Well, she was a minister for Turkey, but whether she was located in Thailand or not, I don't know. But she was a minister in a Turkish government.
Yeah.
But I was just trying to look up, what do they call, remember they, I don't know if you remember, Ada, when those soldiers walked down the steps, they called that something. What was that called? Do you remember? It was, they gave it a name and they said, we're looking forward to because the gentleman that I was sitting next to, he kept talking about, I like it when they walk down the steps. It's I think he said it reminds him a lot of, the way they used to do things.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it was called.
It's called doing your research.
Which we're really good at, apparently.
I know what you're talking about.
It was they called it a particular walk.
Yeah, anyway, so they come in. And, so it's your standard, your standard dawn service. They tell stories and, all that kind of stuff. Minute silence. But that minute silence was just down there. It's
very eerie down
eerie,
there. And especially too when everyone is quiet and you can hear the animals and birds and insects all in the background. It's just for that many people to just be quiet in that one moment in that environment. You're just sitting there and you're like, wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember during the minute silence, you heard like a branch cracking somewhere in the distance, like
some animals,
a monkey
moving, doing something, and that's right.
Yeah, this branch cracking, and it's just like you're just in amongst it. It was really good.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I've got this quote here. This is first of all, last week when we were talking about Gallipoli and the meaning behind it all, and I mentioned Anzac Cove.
Yes,
because I forgot the name of the place they landed.
Which was?
Gallipoli.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck I'd forget that.
Well, because you watch a lot of American shows and there's different kinds of places that have landed in different kinds of locations. So,
but the But that Turkish ambassador, minister, whatever she was, she read out the quote from the Kemal Ataturk, who was he a general or something at the time? I'm not sure, but every time I read this quote, it's pretty moving. I like it. He says to the Australians, the families of the Australian soldiers, "You, the mothers who sent their sons from faraway countries, wipe away your tears. Your sons are now lying in our bosom and are in peace. After having lost their lives on this land, they have become our sons as well." So, I like that. That's a great quote from Ataturk.
And I agree with you that it was actually nice that a Turkish minister came to do that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if she was based in Thailand, but I thought she'd come from Turkey to do this.
Yeah.
So, which I thought was nice.
Oh, there is more to it. Yeah.
It was a longer passage than that.
It starts off, "Those heroes that shed their blood and lost their lives, you are now lying in the soil of a friendly country. Therefore, rest in peace. There is no difference between the Johnnies and the Mehmets, the Johnnies being the Aussies and the Mehmets being the Turks. There's no difference to us where they lie side by side here in this country of ours." And then it goes on, "You, the mothers who sent their sons from far away, wipe away your tears." Yeah, love that quote. It's great. But yeah, so that was the service. It was a bit disappointing towards the end. They were doing the bagpipes. When they were playing the bagpipes, people in the crowd started talking. It's disappointing.
I've actually got that on video.
Yeah.
Although the video is not very great because there was very little lighting.
Yeah.
And so the camera wasn't very good. But yeah, you could hear people talking.
And no one was more disappointed than old Karen sitting down in front of us.
She wasn't very happy.
She kept turning around, giving everyone dirty looks.
But good on her because...
Yeah, I agree with her. It was disrespectful. I just think, wait for the service to fucking finish.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got the rest of the day to talk to your mates.
That's right.
Yeah.
And look, maybe some of those people have been to the Vietnam War or something or whatever, and they just feel like that they can say what they want. But I think, if anything, they'd be the ones to show more respect than anyone else.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know. But there were some people that just talking and it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, no.
But it didn't spoil my experience.
No way. No, it didn't.
That the 2-minute silence, was it 2 or 1?
1 minute. It's a minute.
1 minute silence, is it?
It's
okay.
A minute silence. Yeah.
I thought I read somewhere 2-minute silence that it was.
Is it in your program? Let's have a look at your program. Hang on.
I don't know. I thought I read.
Excuse me.
I thought I read somewhere that it was a 2-minute silence. I don't know if it was in. I haven't looked in that yet. Maybe it was. There was another thing I had.
No, it doesn't say anything here about. I thought it was a minute silence.
Normally it is, but I thought I read 2-minute silence somewhere.
Well, maybe.
No, this is all in Thai. Well, that's great. How did I grab a booklet written in Thai? Why did I grab a booklet written in Thai?
So this is how we drag out our episodes.
No, what do you mean you can't find it? There it is.
2-minute silence. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the bold print. I was looking at the
2-minute silence. I thought I read 2-minute silence somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. I actually thought on the day it was 1 minute silence, but
I
remember reading somewhere 2-minute silence. But there you go.
Yeah.
So then we trekked back up those stairs.
Yep. Back to the interpretive centre.
And I have to say that the stairs on the way down, you don't really notice how many there are because you're going down and you're not tired yet, you're not exhausted.
Yeah.
You haven't been standing or sitting for 2 hours, whatever it is. But then to come back and all of a sudden you look up and you see the stairs, you go, oh, that is actually pretty high.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
How many stairs do you reckon there were? 300? Too much?
No, maybe not 300, but there would have been over 100, I reckon. Yeah.
Well, we got to the top and it was a bit of a walk, wasn't it? Yeah. And got to the top. We went into the museum.
Yep. The interpretive centre
museum.
Yeah.
And
it's only small, but
the one thing that stood out for me in that museum was, and the photo I took didn't work out too well, unfortunately. Was the what do you call it? The big squared-shaped pile of rocks. It was like 1 meter, 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters by about 2 meters high. And that was an example of how much rock each man moved per day.
Yeah.
Now, when I read that per day and I saw the pile of rock, I'm like, I couldn't move that in a week.
You couldn't do that.
How they did that
if you were a fit young man in normal weather conditions, you'd fucking struggle to dig
honestly
that much rock out.
Stood there and I'm reading it,
By
I'm
hand.
looking up and just seeing the physical rocks there. I was almost crying, thinking, how do these men every day?
Every day, yeah.
It was mind blowing. And then I think there was a hall thing,
A
with all
wall
the
with
names.
names, yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. Yep.
And that was pretty. You sit there and you just look at it and you go, and just war, man.
What is it good for?
What is it good for? Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
So then we did that, and then we left the museum, and there was queues everywhere for food because they had food on for
they had
the day.
the gunfire breakfast. Yeah,
but we didn't stay for that. We left because we knew we were going to have a nice breakfast in the hotel.
Yeah,
we had the whole smorgasbord to ourselves too when we got there, if you remember.
Yeah, we did.
And then we finally checked out, and started our drive to
had breakfast back at the
back
hotel.
to Kanchanaburi.
Checked out and head down to Kanchanaburi, back to our hotel there, Bridge Residence, where we were
Bridge
staying.
Residence, thank God.
Because we still had the rooms there. We had those booked still.
Yeah, because we were there for 2 more nights, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So we got there. I think, did we go in the pool?
I'm not sure if we went for a swim. We may have gone for a quick swim.
We went for a quick swim, and then we went to the bar.
We might have even had a bit of a nap. I didn't sleep though, but we may have kicked back for a bit because it was still early. Look,
yeah.
Because the game was on at 12:30, and we were back by 9 o'clock or something.
It's really early.
Yeah. So
really early.
We had a bit. We kicked back for a bit. Then we had a dip in the pool and then tubbed up. Put our
Collingwood Guernseys on.
Yeah. And then
no beanies though.
No beanies, of course. No scarves either.
And how hot was it?
Fucking hot.
Walking 300 meters?
Oh, about that. Yeah.
It was. We walked like 300 meters, and we were cooked.
Yeah.
Like that, because it was 40. I think it was 42 degrees or 43 degrees that day.
It was hot. Yeah.
Absolutely piping hot.
Yeah.
And that walk, you could just feel your skin burning. It was so hot.
And we were on the way there. We were looking for money exchange.
Oh, yeah, we kept looking everywhere.
Yeah, we used to patio, money exchange
everywhere.
Corner.
But this is Kanchanaburi.
Kanchanaburi, not the case. So, but we walked, a few hundred meters, like you said, and so we got to the bar.
We finally got to the bar.
Yeah, and we'd seen that lady in the bar before. She was good. She I don't know if she was she said she wasn't the mama son though, was she? She said she was just there to help.
She's just there to work. Yeah, like to help out.
Yeah,
so she wasn't.
No, but she was really good. So we get there and she goes, "Oh, come in." Said, "Yeah, no worries. Just where can we change money?" She goes, "Oh."
No, you said, "Where can we walk to change money?" And then she said, "Oh, you can't walk."
You can't walk.
And she just ran outside and quickly called a motorbike taxi, which was more than a motorbike taxi. It was a motorbike taxi with a little shell.
It was the sidecar thing.
Yeah, sidecar.
Yep. Yeah.
But fit both of us on there.
Yeah. So I just checked from the hotel to the Aussie Rules bar was 450 metres, nearly half a K.
More than
half a K in that heat feels like fucking 10K.
When she said you have to take a motorbike taxi, I said, thank fuck for that. I'm not walking anywhere.
For anyone who knows Kanchanaburi, from the Aussie Rules bar, she goes, the only money exchange is back at the bridge.
Yes, that's right.
Which is probably a few K's walk.
Yeah.
So she goes, "Oh no, you cannot walk. You die. You die. So
I remember that now.
We jumped on the little scooter with a sidecar. The motorbike with the sidecar. He took us down there.
Waited for us while we changed our money. Then we got back on, and I think we called someone on the way back, didn't we?
Yeah, we called our brother.
Yeah,
we video called him.
I remember who we called. That's
because he was on his way to the footy. Back here in Melbourne. Yeah.
So we went back. We went to the Aussie Rules bar and just sat down and started drinking.
That was it, really. Yeah. We just had
drank and
watched a game of footy. Aussie Rules football, that is.
That provided a meal for us.
They did. They put on food. It was really nice.
Free food. It was
really
free food
good
for the day. Anyone who was at the bar, so that was good.
We'd spent enough.
I don't know if you remember. She tried to sit us outside.
Yeah.
When we first got there, and we're like, inside, mate.
Inside. We're here to watch the game.
Yeah.
So we met a few guys there. Got to know some of the guys in there, and had a few. They were all Collingwood supporters. Oh no, a couple of them. One of them was a Collingwood supporter.
The one opposite us.
Yeah. And there was a few others there. There was quite a few Collingwood supporters.
I think it's the guy that was with him. What was he? Do you remember? Was he Carlton?
No, he was no.
He wasn't Essendon or Collingwood. He was something else.
Was
Geelong
or North Geelong. He was a Geelong supporter.
I think he was Geelong.
Anyway, he was a dickhead.
He wasn't Collingwood anyway. So,
but it was really good because the guys remember the bagpipe players from the Dawn Service?
Yep.
They came past.
They came and played.
Played the bagpipes.
They did.
And,
that's right.
Yeah, it was a good day. It was good fun.
And then we met those guys.
We caught up with the guys.
That because we saw them the night before.
We saw them the night before.
And they were back at that bar to drink.
But a couple of them went home. There was only that one who stayed with us that day.
That's right.
And drank with us.
Yeah, that's right. And then he... and then
I'm trying not to drop names here.
No, we're not going to say any names. We're going to say we know who. We know who, and that's all that matters. So that's fine. And so we watched the game, and it was it was good because their TV kept like glitching, and so the game we were watching was delayed.
No, it wasn't. No, it was because it wasn't wasn't live streamed. It was on the Australian ABC channel that they've got over there.
Yeah, but remember it kept locking up a couple of times?
Did it? No.
Yeah.
That was in the other bar we were in the day before. Remember that kept locking up?
Oh, was it the other bar?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting mixed up.
But this was a few minutes behind.
It was. So we
didn't know.
Well, we looked on the phone a couple of times, and then someone said to me, "Stop looking at your phone." I've gone, "Oh, okay." So was it you or the other guy?
No, it was no. You got it wrong. The guy sitting in front of us, because we were losing, and the guy sitting in front of us picks up his phone and goes, "Hang on, my daughter." He's a Collingwood supporter. My daughter's just texted me. She's saying we're coming back, and we were like 20-something points down, and we're like, nah. So we've all picked up the phones and checked the live scores and gone, oh shit, we are too. This is a few minutes behind.
But we weren't.
And then that's when everyone's
that's
like,
when I said,
no one look at your phones. No one look at your phones.
That's right. There was a, okay. You're right. That's what happened. Yeah. So, but I kept looking.
And we won.
So that was a good win. And then, we stayed for a few more drinks, and then we went down the road and got Thai version of pizza.
Oh, I was pretty drunk by then.
Yes, I know. That was I.
I remember video calling my daughter. She goes, Dad, you're drunk.
Yeah. Actually, I started drinking water near the end.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to try and sober up a bit.
Yeah, remember we went back. I went out again.
Oh, I stayed in my room, didn't I? You went out again.
I went out again. I think I might have tubbed up, had a quick shower and headed out again.
Yeah, no, I was tired. I was naked. That was a long day.
And then I went to there was like a bar was happening, like I had music.
You went to the bar across the road.
Yeah.
You already eyed that off, and you said, we should come back here.
Yeah.
And I was knackered. I'm like, you're kidding. You go, no, I'm going to come back. And you did, actually.
Yeah. But you know what I didn't like about that bar? You ordered a drink, and they bring the drink out to you, and actually, it's probably not a bad thing for
you paid up front every drink.
You pay up front, which I don't like doing that.
Because you're not used to it.
I'd rather bill padding and get ripped off. No, I'm kidding. Which is probably a good thing. But for me, I
do remember the next day you mentioned that to me.
Yeah, I just wanted to sit there and
just order
bring my drinks, and I'll settle the bill at the end of the night. But that sort of, I won't say pissed me off, but I was a bit like, and then I was on my own because, Jesus, mate, you all right?
I know, sorry.
I was on my own because you piked, so I
was knackered, mate.
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning, wake up, mate. And all that alcohol.
Anyway, it's not like I got sick a few days later.
You did.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we will get to that.
So, I stayed there for a little bit and then just went back and,
what did we do the next day?
Well, the next day, I remember we woke up and we went, we've done everything. Maybe we should head back.
Did we head back or we
head back?
We head back, did we?
Because remember, we had to book the hotel a day early.
Okay, yes, that's right. That was the day. It was. So straight after, the next day, we went back.
Yeah.
We went back to Bangkok, dropped the car off.
Correct. But remember driving back to Bangkok. Now, driving out of Bangkok was okay because it was a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
We drove back.
It was longer. It was a longer drive.
We drove back.
How long was it in the end?
We drove back I think that was about 4 hours.
It was a very long drive on the way back because of the traffic. Once we hit the traffic, I reckon, because that's right. I remember you were complaining. You were going, it was 2 hours, and then I don't think it was 4 hours, but I think it was 2 hours when we got to the outskirt of Bangkok, and then I reckon it took another hour and 15 to get in and, drop the car off.
Because remember when we started, we hit Bangkok, that massive storm hit.
Yes.
So we had
a slowed down as well.
Like your typical tropical storm, just heavy rain, no visibility. Heading into Bangkok, thinking, this is fucking, and this car's a piece of shit. I think we mentioned that.
Yeah, we did mention that.
But when we got into Bangkok, mate, it's a dog-eat-dog world there, isn't it?
It was a horrible drive. Yeah. I never, look, I didn't have my license, my international license. Ada did. He
did all the driving.
Driving, yep. I didn't get the international license. And the reason why I was expecting to try and get my motorbike license and then ride around and use their license there. But
Do you want to go into that now, or when we do the patio? Because you discovered this all on the way back to Bangkok, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was communicating with her, trying to organise, because she said, let me know when you're coming into Pattaya.
Yeah.
Right? So I was trying to organise it, and I said to her, yep, I'm heading in, right? That was, I did that on Anzac Day. Said I'm coming in, because I told her I'll be there in 2 days, because we hadn't decided yet that we were going to go there early.
Yeah.
So on the way back, I started messaging her, and I'm sitting there going, hey, yeah, look, I'm going to be there. What do I do? And she said, oh, you need to do this. And she said, because when I first communicated with her, she made it sound like I come in, sit down, pay what I got to pay, do some paperwork, and I get my license, right?
Yeah, well, you showed me the message, like we were talking about it. That's what it looked like. It was like a couple of days. You go back the next day, bang, you got your license.
Right. But hers, no. The very first messages, it wasn't a couple of days. It was
that day, was it?
Give me 2 days before you arrive.
Yeah.
And I'll organise everything for you. So when you come, we'll do all the paperwork and you get your license.
But I thought you did like the paperwork or you went for your license and then to go back and do the paperwork the next day or something.
So that's what changed. What changed was she wanted me to arrive, do some paperwork, then go back in 2 days and do the test.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll get my license.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I sat there going, well, by the time I do that, because we've been there.
Yeah.
We've been in
we're only there 9 days.
5 or 6 days, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there going, so I'm going to do another 2 days, which means I'll have the license for 4 or 5 days. I'm sitting there going, what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah.
So I told her, I said, I'll do it next time. Oh, then I'll do it in a day. Well, hang on a second. Now you can do it. You can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Sorry. Yeah. I'm used to Thai people. It's okay.
I think that the lesson learnt from that, the takeaway from that is if you're travelling for a couple of weeks, a week or two, maybe just get an international license.
I will get my next time. I'll do it.
But
also what I'll do is next time is that when I arrive, I'm going to tell her that I'm arriving on this day.
Yeah.
And I'll do it right at the start.
Yeah, because
I'll go for my license. I'll do everything I've got to do, and now at least I've got it there for a week. Yeah,
because if you don't have say for example, you're coming from Australia, you don't have a motorbike license, Australian motorbike license, you can't ride a motorbike over there with an international license, right? But if you get your Thai license, you can.
I can do whatever I want.
So I guess for people who don't have an Australian motorbike license and want to ride bikes over there, even if you're there for 2 weeks and you waste the first 4 days getting a license, then you've still got it for 10 days and you can ride trouble-free. I guess even if you want to wing it for the first 4 days and still ride and hope you don't get fines,
this
probably worth that too, I guess, yeah.
This is the thing. It was going to cost me in total for a 2-year license for motorbike and car in Thailand, 4,500 baht.
Yeah.
All right? So there's a good $150.
Yeah.
So you think about what fines you got to pay, and is it better? Is it cheaper to do fines?
Yeah,
but fines are a hassle too. Yeah, you got to get off your bike. You got to go to the police station.
Well, if you've got a mate with you, it's not so bad. But
when you're on your own, it's a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah.
So, and I just thought, well, if I get the license while I'm over there, it lasts 2 years, and if I go to Thailand in the meantime,
you don't have to worry about it at all.
I don't have to worry about it. But then when the 2 years expires, I can get her to renew it. Yeah, and then the next one I get for 5 years.
And renewal's a lot easier. Obviously, it's just a renewal.
It's a renewal.
Yeah, that's probably worth it. Then if you plan on travelling there a couple of times a year, then that's probably worth it.
So in total, and the renewal's cheaper because you've already got your license. You don't have to apply.
Yeah.
And you get it for 5 years.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah. So that's why I thought, well, if I do it for 2 years, I'll go back again eventually, and then I'll renew it, and I'll have it for 5 years.
Yeah.
And every time I go there.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe I just try and get my license here.
Yeah,
So I've got my learners. So just try and get my license here. So I've got to work out what to do about that. Get a bike and start practicing, and then get my license. Once I've got my license, then I just get international every time I go, which is fine.
Yeah. So anyway, so we are. Yeah, you sorted all that out on the way to Bangkok, and
so I did finally, and in the end said,
so
forget it.
I drove everywhere, which is fine. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But so we dropped the car off at Bangkok.
Yep.
And
spent another half an hour to 45 minutes.
Now, let me just say, before our trip, I heard a lot of the vloggers, a lot of YouTube vloggers, and a lot of people banging on about Grab and how fantastic it is. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great. A lot of taxi drivers are doubling as Grab drivers.
Well, what's the other one? Bolt.
Sorry, not grab, bolt.
Bolt.
I'm sorry, grab's the other one. But
Okay.
yeah, we tried. Well, we did use bolt a bit, but especially when we were around Pattaya, like
How many times you booked it?
We'd book a bolt and fucking he'd be like a minute away, then all of a sudden 5 minutes because he's taken a wrong turn or something. Like you can track him.
You can see what he's doing, like in Uber.
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
And a couple of times I fucking cancelled. We just got motorbike taxis.
Yeah,
remember?
that's what we did in the end.
Fucking shit. And to get around, motorbike taxi's easy because it grab you in the traffic. It's fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless you're travelling a long distance, it might be worth it. If you're getting around Pattaya, BART buses and motorbike taxis, I recommend Bolt can fuck off. I'm sorry. I was pretty disappointed.
The only time Bolt worked for us was after a session at a bar where the guy came, we got in, there was no traffic because it was like, what time was it when we finished that birthday party?
Oh, yeah, and we got back.
That was the only time it actually worked for us.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that much traffic.
That's right, yeah. And it is cheap. Look, it is cheap. You can travel 3, 4, 5 kilometres. Oh, actually, no, we went out to Jomtien in a grab, in a Bolt, remember? For the birthday party.
Oh, there was the other birthday party.
And that cost
we had 2 birthday parties.
That cost us 80, 90 baht, which is fantastic.
Which is cheap.
Great,
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't go too much into that.
There's more to tell.
That's another
Yeah,
episode.
That's
Pattaya.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So the guy, I think we went through 3 or 4 different cars. They all cancelled on us.
Yeah, that's right.
And finally, this guy come up, and he was a fucking taxi driver.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
One of those pink taxis.
Yeah.
And he was good. He picked us up. He took us down to Pattaya. All good, no worries. But the other thing also, whenever I've booked a taxi from the airport to Pattaya, I don't pay the toll. This guy made us pay the toll, remember?
He did too.
We paid the toll. So I don't know if
we didn't pay it on the way back.
No.
Remember when we went to the airport? That guy never.
No.
We didn't have to.
That's right. So I don't know if he's ripped us or because I remember from memory he did send me a message about the toll. I can't remember.
Yeah,
no, that's right. He asked me, "Is it okay if we take are you happy to take the toll?" Basically, is what he sent a message. I said, "Yeah, no worries."
But you have to anyway.
I thought it was included in the price. It always has been.
How else do you go without going through the tolls though?
Well, there's probably an old road. I don't know, but fuck yeah. So anyway, that was our Bolt experience. We'll get into it a bit more around Pattaya because we got let down a bit with the Bolt there as well, especially coming back to the airport. Shit.
So to finish this off, basically, we finally got a cab, and we went to Pattaya.
Yeah, on our way down, the sign.
Oh, that's right.
You saw the sign, didn't you? I called it in that quick enough time.
Yes, the sign.
The trough.
The trough.
Not through, trough.
No, trough. Yes, I finally saw it this time, which I thought we saw it.
Yeah,
I was confused. Yeah, but I remember at some stage you showed me that.
Yeah.
And we did see the sign. Yeah.
So we
finally landed in Pattaya. We went to our hotel. Areca Lodge.
Yeah, Areca Lodge. Yep.
And
I'll get into my thoughts on Areca Lodge in the next episode when we talk about Pattaya. But yeah, we arrived, and that was it. That's the end of our Kanchanaburi.
That was it. So that's the Kanchanaburi
episode.
Trip. So our next episode will be about our arrival and what we did when we got there and what happened with the hotel rooms.
Yep, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, look, just to preface. We had all these plans in Pattaya.
Oh yeah.
We've
already said this too.
Yeah, day one we're going to do this.
Yeah.
So I'll just give you the heads up.
Not as exciting as we
probably
expected.
Not as exciting as you expected.
No.
As you would expect from previous Pattaya episodes, but there are some funny things that happened along the way, and some good stories and anecdotes that we'll hopefully
share.
Entertain you with, and some advice, and we'll quash some rumours and things that are said about Pattaya and all that kind of stuff. But but that's about us for now.
Yep.
Thanks for listening in, guys.
Yep. Thanks for listening, guys.
And remember,
love is only a bar stool away.
See you later, guys.
See you later, guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.